Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to talk about Joe Biden's hair. And pretty much everybody knows who that is, the vice president. And everybody pretty much knows he's had a hair transplant. It's kind of interesting if you think about it. You have Donald Trump and you have Joe Biden, and anybody that has issues with hair, they get pointed out in the media. Even this guy Chuck Schumer, uh, if you look at his hard hairline, you could tell he had a hair transplant. So people like to point that out if they can, because it's a sign of weakness. Okay, what it means is that person felt insecure at some point in their life, and they decided to have this cosmetic procedure. There's no running away from it. There was a moment when that person was feeling insecurity, and so that could come back to haunt them and be used against them. Even though if you look at them today, they I would not describe any of these three people as being insecure, but it'll still be used against them. Keep this in mind if you decide to have a hair transplant, because that's basically what it's telling other people. It's telling other people that you're weak, that you had a moment of insecurity. And anyhow, getting back to Joe Biden, if you take a look at his at the back of his head, you can kind of see the outline of how far his crown area has dropped. And if you look at the fringe of hair he has left, it's like 2 inches. And so the point I want to make here is that whatever hair he had transplanted, a good majority of it, was probably above that 2 inches, where they stripped him out. You can't see the scar, but that's where it was taken. So then one has to ask, well, if all that hair was lost in the back of the head, what about the transplanted hair? Was that lost too along the way? And the answer to that question is more than likely yes. And this is how it becomes a revolving door of never-ending procedures. Because as you're losing more and more hair over time, you have to keep going back. And you're in the meantime, your donor area it's dwindling. There's not much to take from it. And then as you get older, the transplanted hair starts to fall out. You see how it can become a nightmare, and then you're left with no more donor. There's no way to fix it. So what helps Joe Biden now is that his hair is all completely gray, so it kind of all blends in. It actually doesn't really look so bad on camera. In person, it would be completely see-through, without a doubt. Would it matter? No, because he's old. People don't really care. You know, they expect to see an older person with less hair. It's normal. So you might want to consider these points I've raised, and ask yourself: is it better to look normal, or risk not looking normal as you age? Something to really give some thought to. Okay, thanks for watching, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.